Good afternoon, everyone. This is Terry from Allen Art and Design. Hope everybody's having a good day. It's overcast and sprinkling here in New England today. Perfect day to be in the craft room. Got my coffee with my French vanilla in it. Okay, so what I'd like to do today, I had mentioned in a previous video that I'm going to be making 3 spring journals. I'm going to be making a butterfly journal, a bird journal, and a flower journal. One of them is going to be made out of Amazon packaging and an old cloth calendar. That's the bird one. I have to cut these down, obviously. This one is going to be made out of a photo album. This is going to be the flower one. And I placed it here so that when I cut it, the flowers will be here and there's a hole there, and I'll put some type of a flower there. So I'm doing 3 different types of covers. And then this one is the butterfly journal. I'll show you what I got here. This is going to be made out of an old book cover, and I'm going to show you all the steps that I go through. The other ones, all I have to do is cut the material and glue glue them onto. One's going to be, like I said, the Amazon packaging, and the other one is a photo album. I wanted to show you different ways and different things you can use to recycle and make a journal out of. You don't need, fancy materials. They're junk journals. One thing I haven't done is made a completed like junk journal made out of nothing but junk, like no bought supplies and just junk. So I am going to try to do that one of these days. I think that would be fun. I've saved a lot of junk, so like to make them, and I've never made one, so I don't know what am I holding on to this stuff for. Okay, this one looks like it needs to be trimmed up a little bit more. So this is a hardcover book. And I like the size of it. And I'm just trimming it up to make it a little bit more even. It doesn't have to be perfect because it's all going to be covered up anyways. Okay, I'm going to move my trash closer to me. All right, so here's the cover. Doesn't matter if it's upside down, or it really doesn't make any difference because it's all going to be covered. You got to leave a little space in between so that you can open and close the book. Okay. Oh, I just noticed something. Before I can begin, I got to turn this. I've got to cut this piece off with my tiny little razor. I gotta go to the Dollar Tree. I'm gonna be going to the Dollar Tree this weekend. I'm gonna be dog sitting for my son and his wife. They're taking their kids away for the weekend. And I'm gonna watch the dog. And I'm gonna bring a bunch of craft stuff with me so I can sit and craft and watch YouTube videos. Me and the dog. I did it last year too. She's a sweet dog. She's no trouble. All right, so let me see. So what I use, and I'll probably bring that in just a little bit more. This is medical tape. Actually, I'm going to use the wider one. This is medical tape that you buy at Dollar Tree. You can buy it at CVS, Walgreens, Walmart. It's made out of material, fabric, and it has glue on it, so it's very, very strong. So what I do is I leave a little overhang so that I can fold it over. And it doesn't have to be perfect. This is all going to be covered. So let's just get a crappy pair of scissors. This is sticky. We don't want to ruin our good scissors with this. Oh, I was going to leave a little hangover on that side. I guess it doesn't really matter. I'll cut this off, leave a little extra. Doesn't really matter. It's all going to be covered. Okay, close that. Yeah, see my other one. Look at. Oh, the one I threw away last night was empty, but guess what? I got another one. I'm so excited. I don't have to go. I have to take a piece off, but what you do is you take pliers. These were my dad's old pliers. And you put it in the barrel, over the barrel, and you snap it, but you hold on to it. And there's little sections. So this one still has 1, 2, 3, 4 sections, so that will last me quite a while. Okay, so you still can push these in a little bit, but you want to be able to open and close your book. What did I do with that? I think I might just put another little piece there. I have a craft cabinet over in the corner that holds these kind of things for me. When I first started doing YouTube, I just celebrated my first year on YouTube. I was using this cell phone holder that would screw onto the desk. It was horrible. I used to bang into it all the time. It drove me nuts. Then I found these that have a weighted base to it, and they work beautifully. Love it. I have a task light that's attached to my desk, but it's way over, and I don't usually bump into that. We need the extra light because it's a gloomy day. All right, so that cover is all set. Let's check it. Oh yeah, baby, that works great. Look at that. I love it. You don't need to waste your tape here. It doesn't make any difference. I usually put lace on my spines anyways to cover up any of that mess. So the next thing I'm going to be doing is I got this. It's wallpaper from Dollar Tree. I got 2 pieces of it. And it looks like I'm definitely going to need the 2 pieces. So what I think I'm going to do, because I'm going to be covering that with lace, I don't need to waste this wall decal in the middle. I think I'm just going to cut it in half. And that way I have plenty to work with. Let me see if I measure this, how long it is. 16 inches long. So I'm going to cut that at 8. Let's see. I'm just going to fold it in half. Make it easy on myself. I just want to put that there. Let's see how much. We don't really need that much, but I want some on hanging over on each. Oops. Okay, so what we're going to do is, yep, that's all you need. Something sharp. And this is very thin. Oh, look at this. It comes in little strips. Like I said, I've never used this before, so. Huh. All right. You got one shot to get this down, I think. I know where my line is. I do want to make sure that I have an equal amount on the top and the bottom. Because the reason I'm using this on, you could not use this wall decal. I'm just going to fold it over. I don't want it sticking to everything. You could not use that wall decal on this Amazon packaging because you would pick up every single little bump. It would look horrible. That's why you use fabric on that. And you won't even see it. But on this, you definitely would. So I'm just going to fold it over. And it sticks. I mean, it's very strong. And I think probably just snip that corner a little bit. You can bend the corner in a little so it's not like so pointy. And I may end up putting, like, this is just an example. I would use a bigger one on this, obviously, but little corner protectors like this. I have bigger ones I would use on that. Okay, so let's get this side. Move this out of the way. I just want to show you different ways that you can use, or different things you can use for covers. And then different things that you can use to cover them. I'll cut that at an angle. And then push in that little corner and then, look at it. Boom. That's done already. That cover is already done. Look at it. It's so smooth. It's beautiful. Okay, let's do the other side. Now this one, it's not as nice as this one. I'm glad I picked that one for the front. I'm going to take another sip. Excuse me, while my coffee is still warm. All right, so I need to do the same thing and try to get that corner up. Yep, just peels right off. This is great. It's like one of the easiest covers I've ever made. Let me get all this out of the way. So, let's see. I have my line. All I have to do is line it up. Make sure I have even amount on top and bottom. Oops, see, it moved, but that's all right. I haven't put it down yet. Let's see, that seems like it has more on the top. Oh, doesn't matter, it's down. I guess once this stuff sticks, it sticks. It's fine. I'm not going to worry about it. Let's see, I can use my little burnisher. Burnish it down. Make sure that it has good contact with the page. I just love this. It looks awesome. Okay, so let's flip it over. Turn this in. Well, maybe I'll cut the corner like this. Maybe a little closer. And that way it'll be easier to fold like a present. Let's see if that works. I think I'll fold these little pieces in first. This one I didn't leave much at all, but it's okay. It's very sticky, so it's not going to go anywhere. So then I can just use your thumbnail and you kind of push that corner in. I'll do the same thing over here. And push that little pointy corner in. Oh, there, look at that. I'm going to be putting, I don't know why I'm even bothering. I'm going to be putting corner protectors on there anyway. So look, our cover, the outside cover is done. Except for the, I'll put some lace or something there. I'm just doing covers today. I'm not doing anything else on these. I am giving myself a little challenge though. These are 3 spring journals. I need to get them done before the first, day of summer. Well, that's the challenge I'm giving to myself. I mean, I guess if I didn't finish it, it wouldn't be the end of the world, but it gives me a timeline to follow. Okay, so now what I'm going to do with this is, this is a cover of a children's book. And I'm just going to use the cardboard to cover. Let's see, where do I want it? I just want to see where I'm at. To here, and then to here. Hopefully I have enough to cover. Barely. It's going to be barely enough. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'll get my trusty cutter out. Let's see if I can get this piece back on. Not sure which way it goes. Oh, there we go. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and the thing you're looking for, the mark you're looking for on this particular cutter, it's right here. There's a wire, and that's where you're cutting. Okay, so there's that way, and then this way. Let's see. All right, so then what you need to do for this side is just use this one to mark it because it's the exact size that you need. Oops. Actually, I am going to cut this one a little bit longer because I didn't have as much material or wallpaper to go over the side as I did on the other one. So I can always trim it back, but I'd rather have more than less, obviously. If you cut it too short, then what do? You know? All right, let's see. I'm looking for this mark right here. It needs to line up right there. Okay, so now I will keep that. You can use that as a spine. I keep all of that stuff. The skinny ones, I'm not going to bother keeping those. But I will keep the longer one. Okay, let's take a look. Most likely I'm going to put a piece of material on the inside. So I'm not going to need to, see, there's barely enough to cover. Let's see, that one's, wow, kind of just right. And let's see this one. Uh-oh, this one's a little short. I know what I can do. I'll just cut this one a little bit, because remember I left a little extra. I'm going to cut a little bit off. That should be fine. They don't have to be perfect. I'm going to be covering the bottom of each one of these with a pocket. So I would rather have less room on the bottom and fit it nicely on the top, because I'll just cover it up and you won't even see it. So that's beautiful. So we're going to do the same thing that we did before. We're gonna cut it in half. You can see this. All right, so now what we're gonna do is, I need to take a sip of my coffee. Hope everybody's having a great afternoon. Okay, this one, I'm gonna put this one on this side because it's got that hole in it, and I'll be covering that with material. You won't even see it. Chair. I've got a squeaky chair that my husband needs to get the WD-40. Speaking of my husband, last night, boy, that's really squeaky, isn't it? Yesterday was our 36th, I can't even believe it, 36th wedding anniversary. My husband bought me some beautiful flowers. We went out to dinner. We ate on the water in Plymouth last night. We found a restaurant that it was all open. It was beautiful, and it was mild out, but we each had long sleeves on, and it was perfect. You didn't need a jacket or anything, just a long sleeve shirt was fine. I think what I'll do is flip this over. That way I can see. I better stand up. When I make journals, I like to cover, not all journals, I like to use a piece of cardboard, and I like to cover it with matching material for whatever I'm using for a cover. And then I like to glue it in. It just makes for a really nice finished look. Okay, so I'm going to do the sides first. And this stuff sticks beautifully. It's saving me a lot of glue right now. Because I'll be using a lot of glue on the other two. Look at that. See the corners? It's like a package. Beautiful. If you trim your corners, that's what you end up with, a nice corner. Okay. So here, it's like, I call it a panel. I put a panel in there. And then I'm going to make another one for the other side. And all you have to do is peel it. I love this stuff. This is the first time I've ever used it. This is great. Check out Dollar Tree. Check out their wall decals and wallpaper. Very cool. Very easy to take off. Once you get that corner started, it's easy. Yeah. This one had a little tape on it because I had hung it up to store it, but that can come off. I hope it doesn't ruin. I think I'll cut it. I don't want it to ruin the wallpaper. Okay, my scissors are getting all sticky. Okay. All right, so I'm going to do what I did with that one. And so we're going to turn in the little piece. There's very little there, but it's okay. It's very sticky, so it's not going to go anywhere. Do the other side. You can pull that back a little bit and readjust. Where's my... I'm going to burnish it down, and I think it'll be fine. Oops, that needs to go down that way. Look at that. Around the edge. Fits beautifully. Around this edge. Beautiful. In the middle, there's going to be a piece of material that'll cover this whole thing. You won't even see that tape or this stuff. I'll have it come out to about here. Maybe I'll mark it so that way I know where I want it. This one has to come down. Well, this one doesn't matter. It doesn't matter on the bottom because, like I said, I'm going to be putting pockets. All right, let's see. That looks great. And I want to come out to here on this one. So that means I want to come out to here on this. So what I'll do is I will pick a material that goes nicely in here. I'll maybe do the same material on the outside spine and then put some lace on top of that. So that book cover for my butterfly journal is done. Okay, so what I'm going to do for this one, this is just Amazon packaging. It's that bubble wrap one. It's open on the top. Doesn't make any difference at all because it's all going to be covered. I have to decide what I want on the front of my cover. And I think I had decided it was going to be this. Right here. So what I need to do is I need to lay this flat. And I need to cut. Let's get some fabric scissors. I need to cut. This is an old calendar from 2006. I just bought it for the birds. I got it. Oh, we better open this all the way up. I got it at a thrift store. Now look at, we can use this right here as the edge. All right, so this ends where? Right there. And I don't care if you can see some of the calendar. I'm fine with that. So I'm just going to leave about an inch, maybe a little bit more. I hate to cut through those birds, but what are you going to do? You have to. It's okay. I'll use that for something else. All right, so now I want to make sure, actually, let's do it this way. Make it easier for you to be able to see how much you have. I want to turn it this way. Make sure we have an even amount on all the way around. And then I'm just going to cut. And it doesn't have to be perfect because you're going to be gluing this. Just do the best you can. I hope I don't cut my lights. This, I will definitely use that. I could use that in a, if you cut this, you could use that in like a little slow stitched roll. I'll keep that for sure. All right, now we just have to cut this. Just make sure you're doing it the same. Oops, I don't want that to come out. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna cut the corners. Like I did with the paper, you do the same thing with the material. You cut the corners because you're gonna wrap it like a present. And if the corners get messed up, I'm not gonna say that, I don't think. Well, maybe I will, I don't know. If the corners get messed up, it doesn't matter because you can put those corner protectors on there and you'll never even see if you make a mistake. All right, so let's get this positioned again. Because I want to cut that corner. Okay. And this doesn't matter if it's upside down or not. Oop! Louie's picture fell. That's my boy. I gotta put a new piece of tape on there, I guess. Not right now. I did another sip of my coffee. All right, so now what we're gonna do is, I bought this glue. It's called Elmer's Craft Bond Glue. It's tacky glue. You can use Aleene's tacky glue, any kind of tacky glue. Tacky glue works so good. It works better, as far as I'm concerned, better than Fabri-Tac. It dries faster and it holds just as good. It's wonderful. I've used it on my last few journals and I loved it. All right, so what you do is just bring your material over, and if you have a little extra glue, it doesn't matter. Just wipe it off. Glue, I don't need a lot, just enough to hold the cover down. But what I'm gonna do is, let me close that. I'm gonna spread it out. Because if you don't, you're gonna get lumps of glue, and you might be able to see it. We don't want that. Okay, that's good. And just spread it out with your finger. It's fine. Use the tools that God gave you. All right. Put a little bit more up there. It doesn't have to be perfect. This is just to tack it down, to hold it. And just spread it out. Oh, I did good. I didn't go too crazy and waste a lot of my glue like I've done in the past. Okay, so just lay that down. Look at that. Beautiful. Okay, let's just continue on with the cover. Glue right there, that's fine. I'm not going to be covering the inside today. I'm just making the covers today. I'm not doing anything else on these. And that one can stay down. All right, so and if you want, you can put some more on the material itself. It's up to you. I like to put a little extra in the corner. And now you just turn it up, roll it, turn in that corner. I'm going to put a little dab of glue in the corner so it'll catch that little piece of material. Okay. It's good. I didn't do too bad with the over gluing like I usually do. Believe it or not, even a little bit like that, this stuff is like so strong. That one can just stick right down. If you need a little extra, just put a little extra. Okay, look at that. I can already feel that this is drying already. Okay, last one. All right. All right, we're just gonna turn in these little corners. This one I have some extra glue on my fingers. Use it. That one can turn in a little bit more. Oops, I feel like that could come over a little bit. Okay, now let me see. Oops, I'm gonna put some extra right here. Yeah, see, this is a bubble envelope, so I don't even care if you can see some of the, and listen, I love that. That looks pretty. I love the birds, they're beautiful. And then I will figure out what I'm doing. I might use some more of that same material and cover it, I don't know yet, but there's cover number 2, and I love how you can see part of the calendar there. That's really pretty. Okay, so there's, I gotta let that one dry. The other one I don't have to let it dry. All right, so we're gonna move on to the last one. Just cut that across. Okay. It's probably more than I need, but it's okay. So now what we'll do is let's lay it down. I need to make sure the front is the way I want it. Yeah, that's the way I want that. I'm gonna cut this a little bit. We don't need all that. It's too much. And if you have any questions on what I did or what I used or how big things are, let me know. Somebody asked me how big my my little sewing keeps. I did a video on 5 different types of sewing keeps, and someone had left a message and she asked me what were the sizes. So I went ahead, and it was right before I mailed out. Martha Oakes was my winner of my 4th subscriber giveaway. She has a channel called Martha Makes Art. I just mailed it out yesterday, and I was able to measure it before I mailed it. When I saw that woman's comment, I quickly measured it, and then I was able to measure all the other ones. So that was good. And I answered her question about what size they were. So I gave her a description of it and then the size of it. So I hope that's what she wanted. I mean, I tried to answer what she asked for. And if I see a comment and somebody wants to know something, I try to give them the information. There was somebody that asked me how to make roses that were on one of my needle keeps, but I didn't make those roses. The roses were, you know, something that you could buy at the craft store and glue on or sew on. So I couldn't find that woman's comment again. But if she's watching, if you go to Sarah Humphrey's channel, Sarah Humphrey, I think it's embroidery, she makes those roses and she has tutorials on how to do it. I'm sorry, but I didn't make those, so I can't show you how to do it. I'm gonna have to watch Sarah do it because I don't know. I'd like to know how to make them too. All right, so that's good. Now what I'm not gonna cut that until after I cover this whole thing. So that's where I want it. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and do what we did before. Now this one, the material is all the way around it. So I may put lace on the spine or I may not. Sometimes if it looks nice and I didn't have to do anything to it, I'll just leave it. But I don't determine that until much later on in the process. Like I said today, I'm just doing the covers and I'm not covering the insides. Not today. That'll be another video. All right, let's just cut that corner. Doesn't have to be perfect, like I said. All right, let's start with the bottom. You do end up using a lot of glue for this. I'm gonna have to go buy some more tacky glue. I don't know. I got this at like Ollie's, which is like a discount store. I tried to go back and get more, but they were sold out. But I'll just buy Aleene's is fine. I've used that many times. So I think I might do what I was doing, which was spread it out. You don't have to, but it actually holds better when you do that. Okay, so let's get this back where it was. I put too much glue. I can tell. Okay, it's all right though. Just all right, and we're gonna do what we did before. I got all this glue here though. I'm gonna do what I did before. I'll just flip it up. That way I don't get glue all over me. So what we're gonna do is gonna put glue all over this, and you don't need a ton of glue. You just need enough to hold it on. What I should do is put this glue in one of my bottles with the fine tip. I might get more out of this if I do that. I'm not sure if I have any left. I'll have to check. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna blend it in a little bit, spread it out. Just enough to hold it. If there's extra, just move it with your finger to a different area. That's fine. And this stuff is super strong, so wherever you put that glue, it's gonna stay. There's no worries about that. Okay. Spread it out. It's getting tacky. That's why they call it tacky glue. It gets tacky. All right, almost done with this. All right, so I'm gonna lay this down. I'll just press it down, and then I'm gonna use my burnisher. Ugh, there's extra glue here. Don't want to get it all over my cutting mat, which I'm already starting to do. Okay, I'll wipe it up later. Don't worry about it. Okay, let's make sure that this is... You pull it. It's already starting to dry. Look at that. Wow. Just pull it a little bit. Make sure that it's snug. All right, let me take a look at this now. Are my flowers where I want them? Yes, they are. Beautiful. Okay, so what we got to do is finish gluing it down, and then we're all done with this. Oh, I've got threads stuck to me, glue. This is what happens when you're crafting. You get gluey. Now, I haven't made any journals in a few months now. I took a break from it because I had been doing it for like 10 months straight. I was making journals and all the stuff that went in them and doing the covers, and I had to take a little break from it. So I did. I went into the sewing world, this hand stitching world, which I'm still in and I'm probably going to stay in. And I went and tried some other crafts that I hadn't done before and stuff like that. Sometimes you have to mix it up a little. Okay. All right, here I go with the finger again. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. This is just what I'm doing today. Maybe on another day I wouldn't do this at all, but this is what I'm doing today. So a little bit in the corners. Extra glue right on the corner. This one barely covers the corner, but that's okay. Corner protectors are amazing. They solve a myriad of problems with your messy corners. It's okay. Okay, let's tuck in that little corner. Fold it up. Look at that. Beautiful. Just what I wanted. Now let's see how it is on the outside. Is it smooth? Yes, it is. It's very nice. Upholstery material is fantastic for making journal covers, just so you know. Just cut a hole. And you want to go to the edges. Make like an X in the middle. Then you're going to wrap it like a package. Works great. Done this before. I've made 2 baby books so far for my 2 little grandsons. I have to make one for my little granddaughter. She's already a year and a half old. It's going to be a 1-year book, but that's okay. My daughter said that's fine, but she would like one because she saw that I made 2 for my son's little boys. So she's like, well, where's mine? So I got to make her one. I will. What I use is a photo album because I like to be able to put a picture of the baby on the front. And they come out so cute. This one, I'll actually, maybe I'll film me working on it. So then you, like this, we have to cut that just a little bit more so that it folds upright. And then I have extra glue right here that I want to tuck that up. See, there's a little extra glue. Put it in the corner right there. Catch that corner. Then we're just making a triangle because that's the shape we're trying to glue. See? And I obviously went way overboard with the glue. This does dry clear, thankfully. But I'll be covering that anyways. I think I might even... I'm going to use my crappy scissors for this. I'm going to cut... We don't need that extra point there. We don't need it there either. Okay. Doesn't have to be perfect. I'm going to cover it anyways. Little bit of glue underneath. Just so, I mean, this is a messy process, but this is what you got to do if you want to make a journal. It's messy, but it's fun messy, you know. I enjoy this. Let's just see how it is on the other side. Yep, that's good. All right, so now we just have 2 more pieces left. Oh, I should have put my fan on in here. It's all of a sudden it's getting muggy. Ugh, it's one of those days where it's overcast and rainy. But I think that adds to the humidity because it was warm for the last few days. So there's still some humidity in the air. All right, so I feel like I need to snip that corner just a teeny bit. There we go. Oh, beautiful. See, it's messy on the back, but it doesn't matter. As long as those corners are good. Oh, this one needs to be trimmed again. A little. Because it didn't open up enough. Get a teeny bit of glue right there. and just lay them down, get some underneath, and then just smooth it out. Beautiful. I love this. So this is going to be my flower journal. I'll have a picture of a flower in the middle. I love it. This is my bird journal. I might actually make like a little spine on this one. I think I will. So it's going to be a smaller journal, which is fine. But you need to have some kind of a spine in there. If you just do flat, you know, I'm only putting one signature in this one. All right, let's see. Yeah, we need to make like a little spine on there. Okay. It's easy enough to do. You just... Okay. See, I'm gonna have to put a piece of cardboard in there so that it's an actual spine, but that'll be fine. So there's my flower one. There's my bird one. And there's my butterfly one. They're all started. The covers, this one I still have to glue these in, which I will do. I'm trying to remember which one was which. I have to look at the cover. That is the front. Is that the front or the back? I have to look. Yeah, that's the front. I'm going to put an F there. And a B for the back. Just so I don't get confused later on when I go back to do this. Alright, so I'll do that later. I love them. I think they came out really nice. Totally different. This is a photo album. This is a book, hard book cover. And this is Amazon packaging. So you can make journals out of all kinds of different things. So I just wanted to give you an example of the different things that you can use to make journal. And I hope that you decide to give it a try. And if you do, let me know. I'd love to hear what you're doing. So leave me a comment. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next video. Happy crafting!